For more than 2 decades, Angelina Jolie has not only been an A-list actress and a Hollywood sex symbol, but also a social phenomenon. Her life has been followed by the public as though it were an unfolding epic, filled with moments of grandeur, passages of sorrow, and quiet frames of reflection. After the collapse of her marriage with Brad Pitt, the narrative surrounding Jolie ceased to be merely the private affairs of a celebrity. Instead, her journey became a mirror reflecting the deeper contradictions of our time: fame versus freedom, career versus family, publicity versus privacy. If the choice of where to live remains weighed down by calculations and uncertainties, the one thing that has never changed is the presence of Angelina's children by her side. On the red carpet, beneath the dazzling flash of cameras, people do not see only a proud star, they also see a steadfast mother, always accompanied by at least one, and often several, of her children at every appearance. These images have gradually become her defining mark, instead of companions drawn from the world of romance. She chooses her children as the soulmates who walk beside her in the public eye. Angelina once confided that what matters most to her is not a role or reputation, but the look in her children's eyes when they see their mother strong and happy. It is for this reason that no one is surprised when she chooses to join her children in artistic activities, exhibitions, or quieter cultural events, rather than endlessly pursuing the glitter of fame. From another perspective, it is also a kind of renunciation, relinquishing the radiant dreams of cinema in order to fulfill the one role she refuses to trade away: the role of being a mother. Against this backdrop, news of Angelina Jolie's plan to relocate to London once caused a stir. It was imagined as a cultural migration of one of Hollywood's most powerful stars. If Hollywood represents the beating heart of the global entertainment industry, then London evokes a space of artistic tradition, a city that is both modern and steeped in history. For Jolie, choosing London was never merely a matter of geography, it was the act of cutting ties with a life chapter. It carried the weight of a message that the glow of fame was no longer her foundation, and that family and balance had become her true destination. Yet fate, or coincidence, complicated this vision. Just as Jolie was reportedly preparing to set foot in London, Brad Pitt, her former husband, former partner, and an indelible fragment of memory, unexpectedly opened a Plan B office in the UK. A globally influential film production company establishing a base in the very city Jolie envisioned as her new refuge immediately sparked a question: would she truly want to share this space with Brad? Or would she reconsider in order to avoid an unwanted intersection? On the surface, it was nothing more than coincidence. But on a deeper level, it revealed a paradox of globalization. Even when two people choose to part ways, their paths may still intersect at some unforeseen point. It is reminiscent of the notion of a flat world, where private space is fragile, and distance is never absolute. For Jolie, London should have been a personal choice. Yet it was thrust beneath the glare of public scrutiny due to Pitt's presence. Still, to view Jolie only through the lens of being Brad Pitt's ex is to miss her most essential transformation. Today, Angelina Jolie is no longer the tempestuous star defined by headline-making romances. She is almost never seen with a man by her side. Yet this singleness does not equate to solitude. On the red carpet, at cultural events, Jolie is always accompanied by her children. 6 children, each with their own personality and stage of life, have become her most loyal companions. Over time, this image has crystallized into a symbol. A woman who does not rely on men to assert her place, but who places motherhood at the very center of her public identity. In the entertainment world, for a star to appear with their children on the red carpet is not merely a family affair. It is a public strategy, a way of redefining oneself. When Zahara wore the Elie Saab gown forever linked to her mother's Oscar memory, or when Shiloh donned a Dior dress Jolie once wore to a press event, the world saw more than fashion. They witnessed the extension of memory. Here, clothing became a bridge between generations, transforming maternal love into a tangible legacy. It was a silent language of imagery, carrying a message more powerful than any spoken words. Jolie understands this strength well. She once confessed that what moves her most is not the spotlight, but when her children want to see her strong, healthy, and happy. A seemingly simple statement, yet it reveals a profound shift in her philosophy of life. From a star once consumed by her career, Jolie has reoriented her existence around family. She no longer chases after high-profile roles, but chooses smaller artistic projects, attending exhibitions and book fairs with her children. From a sociological perspective, this is a form of reprioritization of values, elevating family to the highest place, replacing the once untouchable supremacy of career. That said, it would be misleading to claim Jolie has entirely abandoned Hollywood. Her decision to sell her Los Feliz mansion and prepare for a move to London points to a desire for a new beginning. Yet in parallel, she still participates in major film projects, such as Eternals, as a reminder to the world that art has never vanished from her life. Her career, however, is now only one piece of a larger picture in which family and motherhood dominate. It marks a remarkable transformation, from a rebellious movie star to a symbol of maternal resilience, a choice that is both deeply personal and profoundly social. In a broader context, the story of Jolie and Pitt reflects the challenges of our era. Privacy, once the most fundamental right, has become a luxury for global celebrities. Every private decision, moving house, selling a mansion, appearing with children, is immediately interpreted by the public and media as a social message. This is the phenomenon of the publicization of private life, where no action remains entirely self-determined, for each carries imposed meaning. In this sense, Jolie and Pitt are not only individuals, but symbols. And for this reason, the public follows them with more than curiosity. People look at Jolie and see their own aspirations, the desire to leave behind noise and chaos to find peace, the longing to parent in one's own way. They look at Pitt and see the image of rebuilding after collapse, of seeking a new future. Their fragments of private life become metaphors for the universal conflicts of humanity, between work and family, between past and future, between personal freedom and shared responsibility. Perhaps what makes the Jolie-Pitt story so compelling is not whether they still harbor feelings for each other. The fascination lies in the coincidence. In a vast world, they still cross paths, even without sharing a home. Jolie seeks London for peace. Pitt chooses London for career. This intersection keeps the public questioning destiny, the invisible threads that bind once connected souls. But above all, the most haunting image is Jolie walking hand in hand with her children on the red carpet. It shows that after all the fractures, family remains the center, the ultimate refuge.